Welcome to Great Gadgets and Gear. Today I got a bonus pillow for you. I'm still waiting for the pillow I'm looking for to review to come in. So in the meantime, I figured I'd give you a bonus one due to the last pillow review. And just to be open, this was actually given to me by the company, not by Climate. This is the Climate Cush. This was actually given as a bonus for a product that I purchased from another company, which I found interesting. And it's been quite a while. I've had this for quite a few years. Excuse me. At the time, this thing was going for $19.99, and I think you can pick them up for anywhere now between $10 to $15. I put the rubber band on there myself. It doesn't come that way. And to be honest, I don't really remember how it came. I think it just came in a plastic bag. I don't think there was any type of Velcro or retention or anything. So you can pretty much choose whatever you want to keep this down to this very, very small profile. And first off, before we open it up, we'll check out the basic stats on it. And the weight with the rubber band is 3.5 ounces. Okay. And I just have it rolled up this way. You might be able to get it rolled up even smaller. This is just the way it came, and I just followed the folds. So this is, I've got it down to 5 inches across, and it's just roughly about 2 1/4 in diameter. So pretty small profile, fits in the palm of my hand, and I got really tiny hands. So, very small. It's an interesting little product. Let's open it up and check it out. Okay, here's your inflation valve. It's just your standard, typical inflation valve. You just unscrew it, pop it up to blow it up, push it down, and tighten it to lock it. And it's very quick. It's not even, I think it's probably less than 1/4 of a turn to lock and unlock it, and just pop it up and pop it down. All right, let's unroll this thing. Might have to back up here a little bit. Get it all in here. It's pretty good size. And it's folded in thirds. And you see here, that is quite a bit long. Very, very long. It is, sorry, my dog's got a little bit of dog hair on here. If you live with dogs, you will completely understand. It's a nylon-y type material. It's gray in color on the back. Let's see if we can find out exactly what they claim it's made of. And they don't have any information on it. But, and then it's a blue color on the front. You can see there's the little logo. Made in Taiwan. And it's got this kind of dot matrix kind of look to it on the front. It's kind of a toss-up. Both sides kind of feel soft. So anyways, alright, so you got this really long tube. Let's blow it up and see what happens. So it takes about 2 breaths to get it blown up. And as you can see, it's kind of like an air mattress. It's got little baffles. The close-up feature here. This is an impression that they made specifically for your ear. This is supposed to be a multi-use little pad. They have it advertised as their pillow or whatever. It's kind of a cool little item. It's strong enough and durable enough you can sit on this and use this as a butt cushion, which I thought was kind of neat. It's a little narrow, so it's about, the actual usable surface is probably about 8 inches across, and the whole thing blown up. And this is blown up quite a bit, so you can see it it's kind of accordion style. The more you blow it up, the shorter it gets, and the less air, the further out it gets. And I've got about 29 inches from one side to the other on the usable part of the pillow. I never include the little flap here because you don't sit on that, you don't put your head on that. That's just where they sealed the pillow, so I don't count that as part of the pillow, even though the manufacturer does. But this is really interesting, and if you are an ultralighter who likes multi-use items, you're going to love this because it is very cool. It is very versatile. They advertise it that you can use it in all different kinds of positions. You know, you can use it flat like this and sit on it. You can double it up and, you know, use it as a pillow if you don't like a lot of beef to your pillow, or you can do it in thirds. And then you would put your ear there if you're a side sleeper, or your head if you're on your back. Or you can double it up and triple or quadruple and do it into fours. The fours, yeah, not so much, because the pillow is very unstable and it kind of tends to, if you move around especially, it tends to come undone. And you definitely don't want to be chasing this thing around at night. So for my testing, I did try to do it on the 4. You know, it can be done if you don't move around a lot and if you need that kind of girth to sleep on your side, all depending on how far it jacks your head, how broad your shoulders are. You know, a variety of different things. Pillows are very personal because of that fact. All our bodies are different, and what we find comfortable is different. So just from my testing, though, you can do the 4. It's doable, but it's not the best. I don't want to be chasing it around. So for the majority of the testing, I'm a side sleeper. So I did use it into the thirds. And it actually worked out quite well. There's a lot of things you can do to this to make sure that it stays in place that won't add a lot of weight, like Velcro. Velcro is a great thing. You can get double-sided Velcro at like Walmart and stuff really cheap, to where you could put some on the inset for the ear here and on the other side and stick it together so it doesn't come apart when you're moving around or whatever. But it does make a pretty comfortable pillow when it's folded into thirds. I've also used this, flipped it over. You can, you know, use it this way too if you don't want the little ear indentation. I've also used this to put my laptop on when I'm typing on my lap. So it makes a very pretty sturdy work table. You know, it does work well, you know, as a seat. It's a little narrow, you know. It's nice and long, though, but it's a little narrow from, you know, if you got a huge butt, you know, you might be able to get your sit bones on here and protect those. It's a very interesting design. You know, at first, when I first got it, I thought, oh my God, this is really hokey. It's really gimmicky. It's really cheap. It was made in Taiwan. You know, and I didn't really expect a lot out of it. When I first started using it, I really didn't like it. So I just kind of rolled it back up and threw it in a drawer and forgot about it. Then when I started doing these pillow reviews, I thought, you know, I don't have any total air pillows in the reviews. Mostly because I don't want to shell out 40, 50, 60 bucks for an air pillow, because for me personally, air pillows, I usually have no luck with them. They're usually massively uncomfortable. I usually feel like I'm sleeping on a bubble. And I just never liked them. You know, maybe technology has come really far. I would love to test one, but again, I really don't want to shell out 40 or 50 bucks just to test one, especially if I ended up not liking it. Even though there are some ones out there that I've been really curious about, like the Sea to Summit one. I've been really curious about that one because of the no seams and the soft material on both sides. So I'd be curious to try that one. And probably, I think the other one's the Arrows. Not quite sure. I haven't looked at it. But anyways, back to the Climate Cush. For a $15 pillow, this thing it's ultralight. It's very versatile. Like I said, you can use a rubber band. You can use Velcro. Whatever's going to work for you to keep it in whatever configuration that you like. And that was kind of the gimmicky thing with this that I actually ended up liking, was the versatility of being able to double it up or triple it up, or, you know, you can quadruple it up if you really need to. And you can still adjust once you have it. You know, to sit on it, you got to have it fully inflated, or your sit bones are going to hit the ground and it's going to be really uncomfortable. But to use it in pillow form, when you have it in triple or quadruple, you can, you know, adjust it like you would any normal air pillow and let out a little bit to, you know, adjust it for comfort or whatever. But surprisingly, these little circle indentations actually work very well to relieve the pressure on your ear if you sleep on your side. And they also do work very well to keep your little noggin centered on the pillow if you sleep on your back. Face sleeper, sorry, I didn't face sleep on this thing. I still find that a really unusual position. But for a $15 inflatable pillow, this actually really wasn't that bad. It's, you know, it's not an ultra soft material like, you know, the fleece, the micro fleece or suede or anything, but it's not ungodly uncomfortable. It's not like the previous pillow, which was made out of a more nylon-y, plasticky type material where your face stuck to it. My face did not stick to this at all, which I thought was great because I don't like that. And, you know, who wants to wake up in a puddle of sweat from your face perspiring? So this is a really kind of cool little option. You know, keep in mind, it is an air pillow, though. It's not going to be the ultimate in comfort. I mean, it's pretty comfortable for an air pillow. And it's the versatility that really sold me on this. You know, I like items that are multi-use. And, you know, you got a combination of a seat and a pillow and, you know, an area to work on your lap or... that's pretty great, you know. Just combining the seat use and the pillow use is pretty nice. So for made in Taiwan, it's not bad. You know, I've sat on this quite a bit. It's pretty comfortable for sitting. I don't have any problems with it as far as the diameter for sitting. As far as the diameter, you know, across the width across for a pillow. It's really, if you know, that's why I wouldn't go any more than 3-2 because you can kind of adjust it in the third position to make it a little wider or a little higher, you know, to make it a good size. And the third position that I have it in, roughly, you're looking at a 10-inch wide pillow and about 8 to 9 inches, probably about more like 8 inches high. So an 8 by 10 pillow. So, you know, if you don't have a huge head, you're going to be okay. So, you know, this is pretty inventive. Climate also has another pillow, which is more of a square pillow with a X in it. Again, to try and keep your melon in the center of the pillow. I have not tried that pillow. This one, like I said, it came with something that I ordered, so it was a freebie. And I thought I would try it. You know, it's not the most comfortable pillow out there, but if you're an ultralighter, if you're a backpacker, this is a pretty nice solution. It's very inexpensive. It collapses down very small. You've seen how small it was. It's very lightweight, and it's very customizable, and that I like. I mean, you know, when you get a traditional, just regular air pillow, you can't sit on those. They're not rated for sitting on them. They're, you know, related, you know, they're made for your head. They're not made for your butt. So this was kind of cool that, you know, it's that tough that it'll hold up to holding your bum. Now, as far as like weight capacity, that I don't know. The site does not list what the weight capacity is. But it's a great travel pillow. You know, you're sitting on a plane, maybe you don't want to work on that little tray or something. You can use this on your lap. You know, just because of the size that it folds down to. So this is the Climate Cush. And it's a very interesting product. If you don't need it doubled up quite so high, and you just half it. If you half it, you're looking at a, you know, 14.5-inch wide pillow. So you can kind of customize it to what you need. As far as thickness goes, you know, obviously when it's probably about 1 inch in thickness for your butt. But let's see, if we triple it up again. you're talking roughly, right now it's 4.5 inches. So, even if you lost an inch with your head being on there, you got 3.5 inches. So, again, it depends on how far you need to double it, triple it, quadruple it, whatever. But you have that option along with the inflation valve to either reduce or increase the resistance. So, there's your bonus review. I wanted to make sure I got you some interesting choices here to look at, some different options. I'm still waiting. The manufacturer I'm dealing with on the pillow that hasn't been released yet is kind of back and forth, early release, late release, early release. So whenever I get the pillow, I will review that one, and that's going to be a really cool review. But in the meantime, this is definitely a contender for backpacking, the Climate Cush. It's very versatile. If that's what you want out of your pillow, to be versatile and be used for multi-purposes, I can definitely recommend it for backpacking. Other than backpacking, you can use it for travel and everything because it collapses so small. Like I said, this is not the most comfortable pillow out there, so there are some more comfortable options out there. But when you weigh everything, the price, the comfort, the ability to use it for a multitude of things, this is a great option for backpacking. So, I hope you got something out of this review. If you have any questions or you have any comments, or if there's anything else you want to see on this pillow, or a measurement I missed or something, drop something down in the comment section and let me know. I hope you enjoy the review of the Climate Cush, and I hope you get a good night's sleep out there in the backcountry. Okay, until next video, take care.